Guys, I thought Krillin was amazing this week. Like, this episode low-key sparked the ignition inside of me to become a Krillin fan once again. I'll probably forget him by next week's episode because he's going to be there on the sidelines while everybody is fighting for real, but maybe he'll cheer them on or something, and I'll remember last week's episode next week, and I'll be like, yes, I remember what you did, Krillin. I'm proud of you, boy. I don't know, I see a lot of people talking shit about this episode, specifically Krillin, like, how could have he gotten surprise attacked by Frost? It's Frost we're talking about. This is the same dude that's conspiring with Frieza to fuck everybody over. Although they're so volatile that they might fuck each other over in the end, and that might do us a favor. I feel like Frost is a lot more loyal to Universe 6 because he's been alive this entire time and Hit's got a good grip on him versus Frieza, who's been in hell the entire time and really doesn't respect anybody, right? And I feel like at the end of the day, while those two have a plan, I think Frieza's gonna pick up on the fact that he should just go solo and just fuck everybody over. So next thing you know, Frost is there, dominating our members. He knocks out, Master Roshi or something, and then our boy Frieza comes in, kicking his ass off the stage. Like, sorry, I'm the only one. These Universe 6 lookalikes can suck my cojones. Like, I really hope Frieza comes in and helps us because right now with Krillin out, we need all the help we can get. Like, people need to understand, there's universes without any members knocked out. We actually have a member knocked out now. I've got to say the teamwork really stood out in the two fights with Krillin, and I feel like that's what they were actually gearing up towards with this character, because before this entire tournament started, they really pushed forth like Goku's got to rely on everybody else, and he can't just be a one-man team, and that's how he was feeling at the time. Like, fuck everybody else, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna fight who I want, and I don't care what happens as a result of that. But you see, in contrast to that, in contrast to Goku immediately breaking formation, you got Krillin and Android 18 working together, doing what husbands and wives do best. Actually, that's not a rule in the Dragon Ball series, so don't ever quote me on that. But it really felt like a team effort, like they couldn't do it without each other, like they needed each other. And you could say, oh, well, it's just because they're really weak, but I don't consider Android 18 or Android 17, who is stronger than Android 18, weak. In fact, they really emphasize the fact that they can't really lose energy at all. So whereas Goku and Vegeta, for instance, are preserving their stamina, the androids don't really need to do that. They can fight at full power the entire time until they get knocked out. So Android 18 was kicking Shosa's ass and would have defeated him early on alone had it not been for the fact that he was playing dead. And then in the second fight against Mahora, you had Android 18 jumping in early on, kicking that dude's ass so that, he would have knocked Krillin out, who just took out Shosa, and pretty much it was those two working together with Krillin's nasty, smelly old shoe that basically got them the win. Now, you could say, Krillin took that fight alone, and at the very end, he got him, with the Kamehameha, but had it not been for Android 18 actually deducing this character's weakness, Krillin would have never had the chance to do that and throw that nasty shit his way. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know if that should have worked. I'm not even going to think about it because, the explanation is that because this dude can't see, his scent is a lot stronger, right? Meaning that he can sort of tell where everybody is based off of just sniffing. But since when can he not do that when you throw a nasty, smelly old shoe his way directly towards him? It's not like dude's in the middle of a fight right now and you can throw anything at him and he's going to probably try to dodge that. It's not like you put your strategy out there for him to hear. It was hilarious, it was, but at the end, you really got to question, is Krillin worthy enough to take this dude out alone? And even the way he did it, using Android 18's information to throw his nasty old smelly shoe, I'll leave that for you guys to decide, because I was there laughing my ass off. Krillin really grabbed the win. Maybe it's some bullshit, maybe it isn't. I'm not here to think about that because Krillin's already gone, right? It's not like we're going to be here debating, how worthy is Krillin of taking out this other random character that wasn't really previously that hyped up, in the next few weeks' episodes when we're dealing with actual, more important characters. I'm just saying, because dude's taijutsu game was on point. He was beating up on those two at the end of the day, right? And I really loved it how Krillin used Solar Flare in the hopes that he could blind this dude so that he could land an attack on him when the dude's blind the entire time, right? And I really find it fucked up how Master Roshi's glasses were involved in all this, because when Android 18 got, pretty much bopped, those glasses broke. So I'm guessing Krillin owes Master Roshi some new glasses, bro. I swear, I was about to go crazy hearing Catella's random bursts of laughter. He was like, what are you doing? Stop laughing like that. Like, that's not even normal. Like, that's not how anybody laughs, and yet alone gods. Like, gods are not supposed to laugh like that. And I thought it was absolutely hilarious how Beerus was pulling on old Kai's hair, just so nervous. When did you ever think at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super that it come down to Krillin? That Krillin would actually be somewhat responsible for Beerus' life? I don't think you guys ever thought that. I don't want someone to write in the comment section like, I predicted that at the beginning of the series because I know your ass is lying. Now, one reason why I'm vouching for Master Roshi's glasses is because Master Roshi himself did pretty good in this week's episode. So you had, Krillin throwing that Destructo disc, and you had Master Roshi basically pummeling that avian humanoid, that green bird from Universe 10 out of the arena. And I thought that was really well done because anytime they take out birds, right, like flying creatures, I'm always happy about that because these dudes already got cheats, right? They can basically avoid that entire cancer on the arena and just fly up. So if they're able to take these guys out, that's great. That little pussy thought he could just rain blast down. How about getting blasted yourself out the freaking arena, right? And that's exactly what happened. So Master Roshi did right by me. He had a couple seconds to shine, and he completely took advantage of them. Now, granted, it's somebody from Universe 10, but the more warriors we knock out, the better. And keep in mind, there's still some pretty tough enemies from that universe. That dude Murichin, that warrior monk, he was fighting with Toppo. So this is a dude that could possibly fight on par with Goku until Goku actually goes serious. Now, how did you guys feel about the Botamo Vegeta situation where those two basically team up and apparently they got some moves together where Botamo jumps on Vegeta's back and they're basically like this invincible pair that nobody could dent? I was watching that I get why they decided to do that because you gotta understand you had Hit and Botamo walking towards Vegeta. Now, Vegeta went Super Saiyan, right? And he just started charging in. But if this dude went up against Botamo and Hit, when Hit alone could take out Vegeta, with Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan, it would have been a wrap, right? Vegeta would have been thrown out. So it makes sense for him to take on Botamo, whereas Hit is just chilling, right? And what terrible teamwork is that? I don't know, because, this entire episode emphasized teamwork, and we used a lot of teamwork, but no, Hit is incapable of working with Botamo. I understand why they did that, because Hit would just be too powerful in that situation, so they decided to throw Botamo and Vegeta together. And I don't know why, but those guys really don't do it for me. I was hoping Vegeta was able to throw Botamo off the arena, because Vegeta just kept throwing everything at him, right? He just started throwing punches and kicks and shit. None of that worked because Botamo just kept absorbing everything. He even tried to throw Botamo, right? But that's not what he was really trying to do. So he tied his hands together and he started carrying him off the arena, and fucking Vegeta, like a slug, starts running Vegeta's way and gets him. What kind of bullshit is that? Vegeta could have easily went Super Saiyan, got Super Saiyan, and even if he lost some energy doing that, just throw this dude off and then transform out of it and get the hell out of there, and then deal with Vegeta, right? But no, instead he has to deal with both of them now, and even try to throw insults at Vegeta. The same thing's gonna work twice. I love it how Shoppo was like, we prepared him mentally when it's just Botamo, sitting on his ass and covering his ears as he's, spitting out lava, I don't know. I thought it was absolutely hilarious, and to be honest with you guys, Vegeta's gonna have to come up with a new strategy because